We are live. We are live. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are live. And in this video, we're going to take a look back over my YouTube journey, your YouTube journey in 2022. What worked? What didn't work? What were some missed opportunities? And most importantly, what are the lessons learned that we need to take into 2023? And we're starting right now. Praise the Lord, everyone. Welcome to the Huddle. I'm your host, Walter Strong. If you're new here and you want to broaden your reach, your impact, and income through online video, we welcome you to the show. And as we said in our opening, it's YouTube Review 2022. We're going to look at what worked, what didn't work, what was some missed opportunities, and what was some lessons learned. Some lessons learned that we truly had to sweat, cry over, and rejoice over that we're going to take into 2023. So if you're watching me on YouTube this morning, do me a favor, as we always ask you to drop down in the chat. Let me know where you're watching me from, and let me know if you're a part of Team Live or Team Replay. And want to say good morning. Good morning to my man, Mr. Adobe Under 5, a faithful trooper, been with me from the beginning of this journey. And so I want to say good morning to you. Happy holidays. And to my dear sister, the live stream diva, productivity hack expert, Miss Florence Dano from Equip Institute. Good morning. And to those of you who are checking out the replay, I'm going to ask you to give me a hashtag Team Replay. And also to my new audience that we're going to be addressing in 2023, my online listeners who will be checking out this video podcasting. That's right. In 2023, we're taking it to the next level, and that's video podcasting. So look out, it's coming real soon, but we want to address you already because we already realize that YouTube is probably the most watched platform for podcast listeners who can't really engage in the chat or the discussion, but they just listen to the video while they're in the kitchen, while they're in their office, while they're in the gym putting the work in. So that's why we want to address you. So this morning, it's YouTube 2022 year in review. And so let's get into some of these tips here as we discuss this topic. And the first thing I want to talk about in YouTube 2022 is YouTube Shorts. Now, in the beginning of this year, we were not doing YouTube Shorts. We were primarily focused on live streams, live stream interviews, and just live stream shows. And so in the beginning, our focus was on that. And building confidence on camera, building our interview skills, being able to collaborate with other content creators like yourself in the chat. And we were focused on that. But YouTube was pivoting. YouTube has been about doing a lot of pivoting towards short form content, in particular YouTube Shorts. Now, does that mean YouTube doesn't value live streaming? No, they do value it, because if you look at your YouTube channel page, there is a section for live streamings. There is a section for that's your most recent and your most popular live streams. But YouTube's focus has been on YouTube Shorts. And so, we came late to the party, but I'm so glad that the party hasn't ended, because in 2023, I believe the party's just getting started when it comes to short form content. But I tell you, part of the challenge that we had in doing YouTube Shorts in the beginning was because we didn't see how it was going to connect with our long form content. And I was encouraged to know that I wasn't the only content creator who felt like this. Even the more established heavyweights like the Nick Nimmons, the Sean Cannons, the Roberto Blakes, were all kind of echoing the same thing in the beginning of YouTube Shorts. Though YouTube Shorts was really being pushed and encouraged, there was a concern about how do you connect it to your long form content, your live stream shows. But I like the way Gary V, and I'm not a fan of Gary V, but I like the way Gary V put it this past year at a conference that he was at. And he said, YouTube Shorts, short form content, is the introduction for a viewer to start watching your long form content. I'll say that again. YouTube Shorts and short form content is the introduction to your long form content. It's if you are a person who goes out and have dinner, you don't have the main course when you sit down at the table. They give you the appetizer. They give you the appetizer, some salad. They give you some appetizer so that you can, eat a little and get your appetite ready for the main entree. And so that's what I've come to understand how YouTube Shorts is now and how it's going to be in 2023. Another example I'll give you is in the movie industry. When a new movie is coming out right now, Avatar is out, The Way of the Water. Well, before the movie came out and hit theaters, there was something called a teaser trailer that announced that Avatar was coming out. And once that teaser hit online, particular on YouTube, it got millions and millions of views. It wasn't even the trailer, it wasn't even the movie, but the simple announcement that Avatar, The Way of the Water, was coming out to hit theaters. It got millions of views. And I begin to understand that's how YouTube Shorts should be made by me and you in 2023. And we missed that as an opportunity in 2022. But towards the end of 2022, just recently, I just looked at one of our recent shorts that we posted, got over 900 views in the last couple of days. So, which lets me know that if you're making quality content, if you have a compelling title and you have a great opening hook that is going to grab your viewer, your YouTube Shorts is going to be the teaser for your audience to say, hey, I need to start watching more of this sister's content. I need to start watching more of this brother's content. The YouTube Shorts is the teaser, then the trailer, and then your long form content. And let me back up. A trailer in particular is recorded anywhere between 1 to 2 minutes. So your uploaded videos that you would upload, or if you're looking to upload in 2023, that's your trailer. But the live streams, the long form content, the tutorial, the Q&A sessions that you may have from anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes, that's your movie. And so YouTube Shorts has definitely been a lesson learned for us here at the Huddle. Just interested to know in the chat, in the comment sections, what is your experience with YouTube Shorts? Have you made your first YouTube Shorts, and what type of reaction and views have you gotten at it? Is it less than 100? Is it more than 100? More than 500? Give me your feedback in the chat. The next topic that we want to touch on is YouTube chapters, and we've definitely didn't miss the boat on this one because we saw the replay value out of it in putting YouTube chapters, even before TubeBuddy included it in a feature of you being able to put in YouTube chapters. But YouTube chapters has definitely been around. It's not new. I've even before I began to understand what YouTube chapters was, I kind of identified it as time code stamps. Because if you're listening to some of your favorite music and you want to go back to a favorite song or track of an album that you're listening to on YouTube, you can find that time code stamp and go back to it. And as a result, it enhances the viewer's experience and enjoyment and pleasure in watching and listening to the video, or learning from the video. The timestamp enhances the viewer's experience to be a very positive one. And when I begin to understand the benefit that I was getting out of it, I began to understand, hey, if I'm going to be doing these live streams between 30 to 45 minutes, then time code stamps or YouTube chapters have to be used so that it would enhance the viewer's experience, especially the crew, the posse, the online squad, team replay, who watches the replays of the live stream after we have ended the broadcast. And so if you have missed the opportunity this year to put in YouTube chapters in your live streams, take some time when you have some downtime to just maybe go and do maybe 1 to 2 live streams and put your chapters in, and just put some time aside to do it. And the other benefit that I found in being able to do YouTube chapters is that it helps me as I'm watching myself on camera to watch myself and not to be a hard critic of myself, but to critique myself and how I can get better on camera. If you're not using and taking advantage of YouTube chapters, then how much time do you spend and go back and watch a previous video of yourself and say, how can I improve myself? Especially if you suffer from the syndrome of the ums. Not many of us are going to an established public speaking organization like Toastmasters to speak eloquently and speak sufficiently. And I'm not knocking that, but if you're not, your mindset is not in that direction, and you just want to introduce people to you and just be you, as we talked about in last week's live stream about the gift of authenticity and being real, then how much time are you spending going back and watching previous videos to get better of yourself? I challenge you in 2023, go back and take a look at that first video if you still have it unlisted, or if you still have it published on the channel, or if it's the first live stream. Go back and then begin to just learn from it. It's going to make you cringe. It's going to make you squirm. It's going to make you cover your ears. It's going to make you cover your eyes and say, ooh, but that's okay. Learn from it. And that's been a great benefit for me in doing YouTube chapters. Hey, if you're getting great value out of this live stream, YouTube and Review 2022, do me a favor, click the thumbs up button, smash the like button, share this on your favorite social media platform so that we can encourage more YouTube viewers this morning, because there's someone who woke up this morning and is saying, I'm very discouraged on my journey in 2022. And I'm at the point where I think I want to hang it up. I feel myself sometimes feeling like a fake. I feel like an imposter. I sometimes feel like a fraud. Well, guess what? If that's you, you're not the only person that feels like that. Newsflash, you're not the only person. I felt like it as well. But guess what? It's a feeling. It's a feeling, and you got to be careful that you don't let that feeling become like a storm, a blizzard that snows you in so much to the point where you can't move forward. You're snowed in your thinking, you're snowed in your mindset. When you look at these recent storms that we've had, you got to understand that imposter syndrome is a tool and a tactic in the Christian faith that we call nothing but the lie of the enemy, trying to convince you that you are less more than what God has called you to be and do. And so don't allow imposter syndrome to stop you from being the best version of yourself that God has called you to be. And so the chat is jumping, and we also see some new viewers joining us this morning. And so I want to say also good morning to my good friend Mr. Frank Jackson, a part of Equip Institute's community. Good morning, sir. I'm glad that you took some time out your schedule just to join us here on the Huddle. We pray what we've shared so far has added value to you, and and challenged you as a rather as a content creator, as a live stream host, or as a producer, has challenged you to take things to the next level, even as a live stream moderator, to challenge you to take things to the next level that God has blessed you with. The next tip that we want to talk about is live stream, or not live stream, but YouTube features. We want to talk about YouTube features, and YouTube has spent a part of 2022 unlocking some YouTube features to enhance the quality of content creators in 2022, especially when you're trying to reach certain milestones, like the community tab. The YouTube community tab at one point requirements was an advanced feature that would be unlocked once you hit 1,000 subscribers and you got 4,000 hours of watch time. But YouTube began to evaluate and said, okay, let's kind of change some things. And then they brought it down to 500. And then they said, okay, you know what? We're seeing what other platforms like TikTok and Instagram and LinkedIn are doing. We need to allow our communities and content creators to be opened up more. And they begin to roll it out more to more content creators based on the requirements that they have now. And so that has been a great YouTube feature that has been unlocked for you and me to be able to deepen our relationships with our viewers. It's one thing to have over 1,000 subscribers, or to reach 1,000 subscribers. But what I'm coming to understand with a YouTube feature such as the community tab, you can have over 1,000 subscribers, but then the question then becomes, how many of those individuals do you know on a deeper level that you can say we are part of a community? The word community comes from the word common. Common means, in a sense, that we all have something in common as one. And so, what 2022 has really taught me about this feature on the community tab, and there's so many others that YouTube has also unlocked, but in particular the community tab, that as a up and coming growing YouTube channel that is reaching those milestones from a subscriber standpoint, that it's important that if you have 500 subscribers, my goal is to make sure that at least 10% of them, I have a common something in common in one, as a community, in being able to communicate with them, not just on YouTube, but through email lists, not just on YouTube, but through the Huddle Hangout on Zoom that we do every other Saturday when we come together as content creators. Why is that important? It's important to me because we're building real community. Because the truth of the matter is, especially in these days and times, we're seeing platforms change their requirements and change the way that they allow creators to create content, that YouTube is not going anywhere, but you could turn around and lose access to your YouTube channel and your subscribers, and now you have to start all over and gain them all back through maybe starting another channel. Well, if you have a community, if it's 500 number of, if you have community. And so the YouTube community tab has been a great feature to encourage content creators who had not reached that threshold milestone of 500 to say, start engaging more with your viewers, build more of a community engagement with them, to encourage even those who had the community tab, but maybe were not active. And so that's just one of the many features that YouTube has rolled out. I'm not going to spend time and kind of go over some of the others, but I definitely wanted to highlight that one because that was not a feature that I had in the beginning of 2022, and now having it towards the end of 2022, I'm using it more. I'm learning more about the benefits and the advantages of it, just to be able to put a post in the community tab and to say to your viewers, hey, share with me your win of the week. You don't have to wait for the live stream at 11 a.m. for me to ask that question. I can put it right there as a post. You don't have to wait for your live stream that you're going to do on Friday evening. You can put it on Friday afternoon and say, hey, share with me your win of the week in the community tab. And it's a great way to build community. And then the other thing in YouTube Review 2022 that is now becoming more of a feature and a tool that we have to use as content creators is the YouTube playlist. And we touched on it a little in a couple of previous live streams, but it bears touching again, and to understand that YouTube playlist is a great tool that's going to help me and you in 2023 to be able to get more engagement from our viewers. It's the first step in this process for us all is to win the click, to get someone that's new to the channel who engages with your live stream, or who's new to the channel and watches your first uploaded video or short, that once they watch it, you want to get them to go ahead and say, man, this was so good. This was so entertaining. This was so educating that I got to watch another one of these. And then as you get them to watch the next one, it gets them to become more engaged in being not just a subscriber, but a community member and viewer. And then when they come back, to have a playlist of some recent videos that you've uploaded. And I've learned the hard way that if you're going to make a playlist, don't make a playlist of 3 to 5 videos averaging 45 minutes to an hour, especially for someone that's new. Now, if the individual has been around and they've been with your channel for at least a couple of years, and they don't mind listening to long form content, because they can also kind of listen to it while they're at work, listening to it while they're working on a project, listening to it while they're driving in the car. And so they have your playlist on. Then also keep in mind the new viewer who's just joined you in the last 90 days. So what it's challenged me to do in 2023 is to start creating playlists now that each video averages from 1 to 3 minutes. So now when you times that by 5, they're engaging a playlist of anywhere from a minimum of 5 minutes to 15 minutes. And that's something that a viewer is not challenged on if they want to spend the time, because time is a commodity and an asset that we only get to use once. So if you woke up this morning at 6 o'clock and from 6:30 to 7:30, you stared up into the ceiling, you kept saying you want to get up and start your day, but you stared in the bed of the in the ceiling, just staring up, and you can't get that time back. Time is precious. And so as content creators, we have to use the playlist in a more strategic way that's going to add value to our viewers. And so, hey, if you're getting great value out of this live stream discussion, YouTube 2022 in review, do me a favor, click that thumbs up button, share it on your favorite social media platform if you have not got an opportunity to do so. And if you are new to the Huddle, I want to encourage you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And you say, subscribe. What? Subscribe. I'm subscribed to too many other YouTube channels. Why are you asking me to subscribe to your YouTube channel? Why are you asking me to go out on a date with you? I just met you. Well, the reason I'm asking you to subscribe is because we're committed to helping you broaden your reach, your impact, and income through online video. So when you watch our content, whether through our shorts and in 2023, our uploaded videos that we're going to be uploading and our live streams, they're going to help you broaden your reach in the area. Maybe you're not a content creator, but you are a person who's working in a different industry and field of work. But you've seen some value in our shows, of our live streams, and our content that can encourage you to broaden your reach, your impact, and bring more income. Then I want to encourage you to subscribe to the channel. And so definitely, and also click the alert notification button so that you can be alerted when we go live. You can watch us, and it's going to add value. The fifth review tip that we want to talk about is YouTube live streaming. And yes, you can live stream on, IG, Instagram. I was just watching a recent video replay of JP High Tech and how he was saying that Instagram is rolling out IG live producer, and they're starting to make strides in getting to start doing live streams where you can have it a part of something like a restream or StreamYard. So there's some works going on with Instagram, but primarily live streaming, you see it more on YouTube. You see it on some other platforms like Facebook and LinkedIn. Excuse me. But before those other social media platforms came on the scene, it's primarily been YouTube. Live streaming helps me and you to be more engaged with our audience, to be able to spend time and answer Q&A questions. Live streaming also helps me and you to be able to bring on great guests that can share their wisdom and expertise with our audience. And it also allows me and you, as live stream hosts, content creators, to collaborate with other content creators so that you and I can be exposed to each and one another's audience. But most importantly, have some time where we can just have some great fun together. And so, looking at live streaming for us in 2022, when I looked at my analytics, my top 3 live streams that I've did, in particular with collaborations with individuals such as JP High Tech from Perfect Zone Productions and JP High Tech Reviews, Dr. Elo, our dear auntie Denise Jordan from This and That. Each of those videos over time have gotten over 1,000 views over time. I think JP's one got over close to almost 3,500 in live streaming. And so live streaming is important, especially how you use it the right way to add value to your viewers that you have watching you. And so we're definitely going to do that more, but there's definitely going to be some changes in how we're doing it in 2023, especially now as we add the piece of video podcasting in 2023. We're definitely going to make a pivot and a change of doing the live stream, because when I look at the landscape of content creation, online video, I'm seeing more and more people doing longer form live streams that average anywhere between an hour to an hour and a half. And those that I'm watching that's doing it, there are some who have an average viewer participation that are up to the 25 to 50s. But then I see others who don't have a viewer count of that same size, and it's less. And so it began to make me wonder and saying, have we in live streaming become more of a copycat type um, content creation um, platform? And again, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with long form content, but ultimately, the viewer's time dictates their enjoyment and their pleasure of it. And so the longer it is, the more challenging it is, because let's face it, there are things that are pulling on each and every one of our lives. And to spend the time to watch a long, extended live stream is becoming more and more challenging. And so we have to be more thoughtful, we have to be more strategic in how we're putting our live streams together. But most importantly, spending the time to repurpose those live streams. And again, repurposing it in such a way where the short form content becomes the appetizer, it becomes the teaser to the main entree or to the movie itself. And so that's how we have to shift and change our live streams. And if we do that, we're going to see the growth in 2023. We're going to see the growth in our channel. We're going to see the growth in engagement and so many others. The chat is jumping, so let me kind of work my way up from the bottom on up. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys and ladies being a part of the huddle this morning. Let's take off these glasses. Adobe Under Five says, is everyone excited? Is excited that the coming year and the success, the success, the coming year of success, and the opportunities that it presents. Oh yeah, we are definitely excited for 2023, and the excitement has come for me, Adobe Under Five, not just in waiting for the ball to drop, and whether where if you're in Georgia, you're waiting for the peach. If you're in New York, the apple. If you're in Nashville, the guitar. I've been hearing how different manners of ways that people have been dropping. They're starting their New Year's. For me, the excitement has come from in the mindset, the shift in the mindset, the thinking bigger in how we're going to be successful. That's where the excitement and expectation, and then just having each and every one of you a part of the huddle community. Definitely. Let me see here. We got some other comments here. Do boom, boom, boom. Boom. Okay. So I would definitely love to hear your wins for the week before we get up on out of here. We want to try to cap this at 35 minutes. 35 minutes here on a live stream, so we can really have some time to chop this up and repurpose this content. So I would love to get your wins for the week, and just drop it in the chat. For me, my win of the week, again, I have to go back and share just, this concept of engagement of the win of the week when you take it into your work environment, because a work environment, especially when individuals have to communicate virtually on a Teams and a Zoom, what you find is people don't like putting their cameras on, and people don't like speaking over a microphone. And so me being in live streaming and creating online, I said, okay, how can I, as a new employee, add value to my employer? And I said, hey, look, what has been your win of the week? I started with my bosses first, and then they shared and I shared, and then we rolled it out to the entire department. And just to see how the entire department now, when we do the win of the week, each person has the responsibility to call out on another person on the call and say, okay, Bill, it's your turn to share your win of the week. And I'm now even hearing individuals taking it to the next step, and they're saying, hey, look, it's not just about the win of the week. I'm just grateful that I'm alive. I'm just grateful that I got God's blessings on my life. And so just to see how the win of the week is evolved and put so much energy and encouragement into my department. Each time we do the win of the week, it's just getting more infectious and in more infections. And so I'm just going to see how this continues to rise up within management, and I'm hoping that it will catch on to other departments in our company. And simply sharing something as simple as a win of the week and encouraging. So that's my win of the week. And so I would love to definitely get your win of the week before we get up on out of here. And even if you're just saying, hey, look, I'm just grateful to be alive. I'm just grateful to make it through the end of this week. That's a win. It's a win because you're not in the hospital this morning. You are not hooked up to a ventilator. You are not in the dark with no lights on. That's a win of the week. So, hey, you know what, sir? You have no reason to ask and to make the comment and say, I'm sorry. It's okay. You as always in my book, always a tech troublemaker. Wherever you go and times you pop up. So definitely check out the replay of this, because like I said, we're gonna try to cap this between 35 and 38 minutes. And so we just want to be mindful of the replay viewers of it. And so if there are no wins for the week, definitely another win of the week. I am proud of my good fellow Huddle community content creator, tech troublemaker, for being on James Hicks' live stream show, and him just shining on that show and just sharing his knowledge and expertise of his YouTube journey. So if you did not check out the interview, I was there too, by the way, but just watching how my man Tech shined, definitely that was truly another win, an extra added win of the week for me. And so yeah, that's about it. But again, I want to thank each and every one of you, just this entire year of us forming a tight knit Huddle community, and that was one good opportunity that I got a chance to brag on you guys. I got a chance to really brag on the intimacy of our community and how we're challenging one another. We're helping to bring out the best of one another. And that's what you're going to get a commitment from me this year, guys, to challenge you, to help you to get to the next level. And I want you to push me and challenge me to get to the next level as well. And if we do that, the numbers will come, the viewers will come, the growth will come. We're just going to challenge one another to be the best version that God has called me and you to be. So that's all what I have for you guys. That's all that I have. Definitely. What you talking about, Tech? Let me come down here right quick before I end this. What you talking about? What you talking about, Tech? Uh, Nah, nah. I was just a supporting cast, Tech. I was just a supporting cast. You definitely, man. We learned together, and I'm just so grateful for James Hicks, for giving us that platform to be a part of that content creation panel. And I'm looking forward to more opportunities for you in the chat, for you, Florence, for you, Adobe Under Five, and even you, myself, Mr. Frank Jackson, to see the opportunities that you get in 2023 to share your gifts, your talents, and abilities. And so, with that said, we're going to go ahead and bring this to a close. And so, as we get ready to close out, we close out by saying, many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that will prevail in your life. Make a quality decision today, this day. Don't take December 31st granted. Make a quality decision today and let God's purpose prevail in your life. God bless. Oh, tomorrow at 6 o'clock evening, we're going to do our first live stream January 1st. Yes, it's a Sunday. And so 6 p.m. Sunday evening, we're going to have our first live stream 2023. I know there was something else. So we'll see you tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. God bless.